So I know I said you guys weren't going to have to stare at my face anymore in these videos. It's going to be a little bit more professional, but that's going to have to wait because I'm tired, and the amount of editing that would have to go into that would take me a couple of days, and I really need to get some info up for you guys. So now we're moving on to the modern era of boxing history. So in 1866, the Marquis of Queensberry gave his support to a new set of rules, which were named in his honor. These rules limited the number of 3-minute rounds, eliminated gouging in wrestling, and made the use of gloves mandatory. Bare knuckle bouts did not cease immediately, but did begin to decline. I believe if you were caught in a bare knuckle fight, it was just a simple assault charge at that point. I could be wrong. A new era dawned in 1892 when James J. Corbett defeated the last of the great barefisted fighters, John L. Sullivan, under the new rules. With the growing popularity of boxing, especially in the United States, weight classes other than unlimited heavyweights emerged. These classes became popular as world champions were held at the new weight. Currently, there are 8 major professional division weight classes. There's a flyweight, which is up to 112 pounds. A bantamweight, which is 118 pounds. Featherweight, which is 126 pounds. Lightweight, which is 135. Welterweight is 147. Middleweight is 160. Light heavyweight is 175. And heavyweight is unlimited. I'm guessing that is, what do they give you, a pound, 2 pounds over in boxing? I know in MMA, I think it's a pound, give or take, or give. You can go in as a lot as you want to, but, so I'm going to imagine that it would be 175, 76 and above, maybe. But, so that's for the big old boys. Butterbean, in recent years, there has been some recognition of junior weights or between weights, such as junior lightweight and cruiserweight. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually think that is a legit class now. I could be wrong, or it may be a catchweight. I don't know, or it could just be in amateur fights. I would have to do some more digging there. Because of its violent nature, it is identification with betting. Boxing has had a controversial history. There have been periodic efforts to outlaw the sport. The November 1982 death of South Korean boxer Duk Koo Kim, and that is how it is spelled, so I'm hoping that's pronounced right, or Duke Koo Kim. I could be pronouncing it all wrong. For example, prompted 2 additionals in the Journal of American, I think that's supposed to say 2 editorials in the Journal of American Medicine Association, January 14, 1983, calling for a ban on all boxing. That would have been big, because boxing was really starting to pick up, and I believe that the Mafia had a hand in boxing too. Called for a ban on all boxing. The results of a study by an AMA-sponsored scientific council appeared that the same issue, and the council expressing the official AMA position called not for ban but improved controls in medical facilities at ringside, which is probably why we have cut people and doctors on site. You know, you have limitations if you've been knocked out. You know, if you lose a bout by TKO or stoppage, I think it's automatic 30-day suspension, like medical suspension. It could be wrong, but I think I'm right on that. Centralized record keeping and standardization of safety regulations. Despite these periodic efforts, boxers remain intermittently famous, particularly heavyweight champions, most of whom in this century have come from the United States. Among the heavyweights have been Muhammad Ali, Jack Dempsey, Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Rocky Maricino, I don't know if it's pronouncing that right, Gene Tooney, Corbett, and Sullivan. Outstanding champions in the lightweights have included Benny Leonard, Mikey Walker, Barney Ross, Henry Armstrong, and Sugar Ray Robertson. Sugar Ray Robinson Lewis, Marciano, and Ali greatly benefited both in popularity and financially from the promotions of televised fights. Asia and Latin America have produced many champions in recent years. Some of the lower weight classes, which are less popular in the U.S., the communist bloc have done exceedingly well in the Olympic competition. I like to think that the smaller weight classes have gained popularity since all of this has been kind of reviewed and went over and kind of put down in the history books. Because you've got people like Floyd Mayweather Jr. that's been in there for a long time, that's retired. Conor McGregor is doing his part, making the smaller weight classes more popular in MMA. Demetrius Johnson, he's quiet. He's not really one that a lot of people have looked at over the years, but he is a phenomenal pound for pound greatest ever. And that's to a true fight fan, not somebody that's just there to watch something that's entertaining. That is there for the fight. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, he's amazing in the ring, but you're not going to see him out here acting a fool to sell the fights. He wants to sell fights based off his ability. Unfortunately, anymore, people want you to put on a show for them, which I get that. I get bored with some fights if you got guys that want to lay on each other to wear them out. When it comes to MMA. With boxing, I get bored with the Mayweather types that want to hit and run, or hit and readjust, really is the proper term. Basically, a defensive fighter that doesn't want to get hit, but will pick them apart and then win on the scorecards because they pulled off a good defense. So, that is, I guess this is part 3 of my boxing history now. I hope you guys are enjoying these. They will get better, and I will start adding pictures with them, and you will stop seeing my face in the videos. I promise. Just give me a little bit to reset and get on a better schedule. And like I said, I will come up with a definitive schedule of uploads for you guys. I need to get more of you here and more of you subscribe to the channel, so that helps us all out to do a little bit more professional videos, a little bit more research. Pays us back for our time, not you guys, but Google or YouTube, I guess, which is Google. Hopefully, if they don't deem this channel bad because it's about combat sports, which is legal. But we're going to talk about all aspects of combat sports, not just the sport itself, but the gambling and the fact that we've had some crooked promoters. We still do. The mafia's affiliation with some of this, bookies and stuff like that. We'll get through all that at some point. I promise. And there will be more MMA here for you MMA fans. Cross my heart, I hope to die. I love MMA. I do. But I know more about boxing, than my partner at the moment. It's not because he doesn't like boxing. It's because he's learning. He wasn't born in a household like I was. We grew up 2 different types of things, so he's got some catching up to do, but he loves the sport, and he's got a really good heart for it, and I think that if he ever, even at his age, was to pick it up on an amateur level, he would do really well for himself. So, anyway, again, get your people here, like, subscribe, share, and let's get this out here, because I promise you, after this video, everything you're going to see is going, from my end, is going to be more professional, better done, and you won't be seeing my face anymore. I love you guys.